Good morning on day 13. Yesterday was a short day and got to visit an old friend of mine. So this wraps up visiting friends. There. Now it's gonna be the real thing out in the nowhere country. If I ever get all the way there and still have energy on it, then maybe I can visit a friend again. So right here I'm getting greeted again. With a sprayer. Seems like June is not the time to ride bikes out in the country. Every farmer's out spraying. Let's get over here to give the cows a space. And yeah, today winds are northwest to going to northwest again. I don't know what that means. Right now, not extremely strong wind nonetheless. Hope it doesn't get too strong. Probably will. And northwest is the direction I'm gonna battle here for the next, I forgot how many miles it was, 400 or so, till the Canadian border. So yeah, it will be a new challenge now. With Fargo being the last big town, I'm gonna get used to small grocery stores or whatever I can find, and small towns. So far it was all good and handy and dandy. So we up the level a little bit and get some new challenges. No point in worrying about it. Instead, go at it with some excitement. Woohoo! Let's go! That's where I came from. That's where I'm gonna go. And yeah, there's not much around here. Wow. I think the footage today will be slim. Wow. The only excitement of today was probably the construction area that I went through. It was about 10 miles of new asphalted surface, nice and black, no white line. And I'm gonna show you here why the white line is so nice. Because long stretches that don't go anywhere, often you just tilt your head down, look down, and based on the white line you can see that you're still going the right direction. Without it, you would go either middle of the road or into the ditch. Woohoo! There's a car! What an excitement! First car on this road here. Up in front is Galesburg, North Dakota, and over there, not sure if you can see it well, that's the tallest radio tower in the US. Woohoo! I did get to see a sight here. And it's really empty here. Those fields are humongous and there are no farms. Nothing like in Iowa. You see these buildings here, but it's not a farm, it's just equipment and whatever shack. It seems like this land is all corporate land or so. Corporate farms. So Galesburg, I think was the name. The town by the tallest radio tower and tallest structure in the Western Hemisphere apparently. They had a campground marked. I went out there. There was a park, a nice one. It had a bathroom, but they were locked. But there was a guy that was mowing, and after I had a decent nap, he came back. So I was asking him if he could open the bathroom, and he said he didn't know. He didn't have the keys, and he didn't know who had the keys. Yeah, at that time I still was wondering, do I want to stay there for the night, or do I want to keep on going? Going against us, that we have all this wind to battle, but we would have to do that tomorrow too. So anyway, so I was just kind of staring at him like a deer in the headlight, and he was saying there's not much around here. He said maybe the elevator is still open, you could ask there to go to the bathroom. So that pretty much internally marked me that the camping site is not quite feasible, although I did never tell him the story what I was doing or so. So I was extremely passive there too. So in either way, so that didn't happen to stay in that town. So I kept on going here. So the next town is Hope. It's down this road, 5 miles or so, and I have hope to find their place for the tent or so. Otherwise, you would have to set up a tent right on the side of the road, like here or there. Don't have that plan yet. So we have now 6:42. The sun is still fairly high up, even though it's getting late. So hope that we find something there. I'll keep you posted. Oh yeah, number 2 drill was there too. That was kind of a pain. I did find a few trees. So hold on. Drop the bike into the deep grass just so it's a little bit out of view. People are not looking into the field for me. Then I went into the grass behind the trees there. Something must have got my butt though. It's a little itchy. I don't know, the leaf that cut me there, or burning nettles, poison ivy or something. So I have a nice itchy feeling there on one butt cheek. Yeah, that's the fun part about here. Really not much trees around. For number 1, you just pull off to the side, point down the wind, and just do whatever you need to do. Anyway, that's probably more information than you wanted to know, but that's real life here out on the prairie. See you later. Welcome to Hope, North Dakota. I was looking around town where to stay. Over there was a baseball game going on, and went through town. Didn't find anybody to really ask where I could stay. I didn't see another park either suitable. Then I was kind of thinking of going back to the baseball people and maybe ask somebody there But then I found these porta potties on this side, and so I just kind of wandered over here, hanged around here, did eat quick dinner with as little impact as possible, used the restrooms, and then as the sun was setting, I set up the tent. At that point, the players were gone. There was somebody from the school over there that should have seen me that left. Coach definitely left some stuff in one of the buildings over there. So this is definitely not stealth camping here. So people do know that I'm here. So far nobody asked anything. Maybe somebody will come along, and if that's the case, hopefully I can say, like, I'm only staying here, gonna be gone tomorrow morning, and I will leave no trace here. So yeah. So it kind of worked out finding a place, because the golden ticket is really the porta potties right there. It's really hard in town to stay somewhere where you don't have a restroom. I mean, I could pee here, but pooping is a different story. You don't want to poop here in a sport event thing or something like that. So yeah, so awesome, perfect. So this wraps up day 13. Was a fairly uneventful day. It's definitely challenging, the wide openness. I don't see any family farms like in Iowa. It seems like the corporate farms there. And yeah, initially thought that my highlight would be the construction that I rode through. There was a section of construction where they just put on new black asphalt, and the flaggers always like, you're not gonna keep up with the pilot car. Just go through and be safe, kind of thing. Like, of course, I'm always safe. And actually, I find the construction places to be much more, not much more, but definitely a safer level than open roads, because the people that drive through it are aware that, hey, there's construction and stuff. I think there's definitely much more alertness going on. But yeah, so the actual highlight was that huge tower that I saw. That's the highest structure in the Western Hemisphere. Is it impressive? Yes, it is. You have to talk yourself into it to enjoy the excitement out here. So it is definitely worth it. So if you want to ride your bike up here, I recommend it. Anyway, so see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. I have to see where I actually gonna ride. I haven't looked at that yet. It's kind of good to know like what's coming up, when to make plans. I haven't touched my water yet. I just used the 3 bottles, so I was kind of surprised about how little water I took then today. But those 3 bottles will be empty tomorrow. I'm not gonna fill them up with the bladder. I'm just gonna take the bottles into a gas station. I think there's a gas station in town to fill it up. If not, I need to find some other place to fill up my water tomorrow, so I can do a full day again with backup water. I don't really want to go into the backup water and not have, and just have 3. I don't want to go into the backup water and just then end up only having 3 bottles of water or so, because now this is a different game there. The towns are sparse, rarity. There are not many towns that I went through, and yeah, farms, I don't know. It's not like a thing here too easily, finding farms where you can ask for stuff. So yeah, Erie was the town that I went through and had lunch. There was a guy that gave me 2 bottles of water. Oh, that's, yeah, 2 bottles of water. That's why I didn't need to dig into it either. So I did get some extra water there. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, the small towns are definitely key. So today I went only through 2 towns besides the starting town and the ending town. So there's really not much out here. So that gives me a taste of what's coming up. Or basically what's coming up is now here already. I don't know which way there. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble and it's time for bed. So good night. See you tomorrow.